Hello everyone, here is Group 5. We are here to present our main project, EcoGraph High Quality Bacterial Graphite Project. Now let's come to our part 1. In this section, we will give you guys description and introduction. We will introduce the company information and give you some detailed information about our main project. Now let's focus on our company overview. Our main project was held by EcoGraph Company, and this information will be introduced in the next slides. And the second company is Northern Graphite. Northern Graphite is a Canadian company primarily engaged in exploration and development of graphite, and it holds many projects which are all relevant to the graphite processing. And the third company is Evolution Energy. Its company is new company based on high technology and aims to produce graphite. By the way, it only holds one project which we will introduce in the following presentation. And next, let's focus on our main project. Our main project was held by EcoGraph. EcoGraph was focused on battery manufacturing markets. Based on current valuation, EcoGraph commands a market capitalization close to $353 million. By the way, though it is continue to losing its value this year, but last 2 years the trend become better. And our main projects have 4 main objectives. And the first one is to produce graphite material for Asia, Europe, and etc. And the second one is to build up the first bacterial graphite processing facility outside of China. And the third one is use high technology to eliminate pollution, which support environment, society, and government's needs. And fourth objective is to give more jobs. And next part, Xiangge will introduce you guys some information about financial status and alternative projects.
Hello, I'm Xiang Huang. Thanks to Hanyang's presentation. Now let's get to the part 2 and talk about the EcoGraph's financial status. For EcoGraph Company, even though it currently experiences slight losses, its future prospects are very promising. In EcoGraph Limited's 2021 financial report, various key financial metrics shed light on the company's fiscal health and performance. First, let's focus on the total debt figure. This financial metrics offers a holistic view of EcoGraph's financial position. The values of this status shows a wonderful prospect. The company will achieve profitability in 3.3 years. Then we can turn to the next figure. As you can see, these data are all from the company's annual report. The reliability points out that the company's financial health is excellent. With less debt and considerable profits, the company's capital chain will be able to operate reasonably, which will greatly enhance the stability of the renovation project. Let's commence our exploration of 2 alternative projects, which we will distinguish as Alternative A and Alternative B. This project represent distinct approaches to graphite production, each offering its unique set of advantages and challenges. Alternative A, exemplified by Northern Graphite, embraces a time-tested and widely accepted method for graphite provision. This method has a rich history of application across various industries, which serves to reduce water consumption and the quantity of sulfuric acid required. This method can lead to cost savings in terms of preparation. The capital investment for this project is estimated at approximately $50 million. On the other hand, Alternative B, undertaken by Evolution Energy Miners, introduced a novel and forward-looking approaches to graphite production. This method uses the substitution of water in the hydrofluoric acid-free process with heat. Technology necessitates a notable increase in power consumption, particularly in terms of electricity. This implies that companies adopting this approach need to allocate a more substantial budget. The total investment for this project is considerably higher, estimated at around 0.1 billion. Thanks for listening. The next turn is Hongming.
Okay, thanks Xiangge's presentation. Next, I will explain the costs and benefits of these 2 projects. First, let me introduce several main factors that affect costs in these 2 projects. Capital costs. This investment is primarily used for the purchase, update, and maintenance of our equipment and technology. ensuring that our production process is always at the forefront of the industry. Operating costs. This includes all costs such as raw materials, labor, energy, etc. And next is maintenance cost. This expense is used to keep our equipment and facilities in optimal condition to ensure that our production process can proceed smoothly. These are the most important factors that affect graphite companies' costs. Next, I will analyze the specific financial reports of both companies. These are two bar charts show that Project A's various costs are low than those of Project B. Therefore, Project A's product costs and price also be lower, with a focus on mild to low-end customers. So, these are the costs and benefits of these two companies. Finally, let's invite Yuxuan to introduce the cash flow of both projects.
Okay, thanks Hongming's introduction of our cost and benefit. Now let me introduce our cash flow. Our cash flow consists of both cash inflow and cash outflow. In the picture, we use plus and minus sign to identify. We have different tax rates depending on the loss of each alternative location, which will affect the net income of both projects. In alternative A, we have a tax rate of 20%. We assume that an average inflation rate of 3% over the life of project, which based on the average inflation rate in Australia over the last 20 years, approximately 2%. Our data comes from the Australian Bureau of Statistics, so the source is very reliable. In our table, the items that are affected by inflation include revenue, operating cost, salvage value, and so on. After this, our cash flow can be derived. Next, let's jump in alternative B. According to local law, Tanzania's mining company tax rate of 30%. And we assume that the gain tax is 10% of our salvage value. The working capital is 1% of our capital cost, which to prevent emergency during the operating period of the project. And we will contribute 3% of our net income as patent fee. Our project as a mining project has a cost that other projects doesn't have. That's the closer cost, which is used for things like environmental restoration at the end of our project. After calculating the inflation, we get our cash flow of our every year. That's all of our cash flow statement. Now let my friend Tongxin Li to introduce our financial evaluation.
Thanks for Yuxuanji speaking. I'm Tongxin Li. I'm honored to be here to talk about the financial evaluation for the alternative A and B. The interest of the project is 10%. We got it from China South Power Coal Power Site report. The NPV of the project shows that they will generate benefits over its lifetime. Both project A and B have its positive signs of financial viability. They differ in their performance across various financial metrics. The net present value is a crucial indicator of project feasibility, assessing the difference between the present value of cash flows and outflows. The B side of the project shows that they are worthy to invest. Using the LC's value previously calculated and capital recovery factor, the LCC shows the cost of the two projects. They are lower compared to other companies. The EAC shows the annual cost for the two projects. EAC shows the equivalent monthly cost for the project. Armed with this data, it becomes possible to assess whether leasing specific assets might reduce the monthly outlay, thereby increasing the profit margin. The PP shows that they will get benefits from year 4. In summary, while both projects demonstrate financial feasibility, Project A performed better in terms of LCC and EAC, whereas Project B has a higher NPV value. Those differences could attribute
to variation in the cycle, duration, or other aspects of the projects. Thanks for your attention. Let's invite Hui Zhuozhu to present his part.
Next, I will present the risks of the two projects. We performed qualitative and quantitative analysis and projections for each variables for both projects. Since we are a raw material processing project, we have examined the four main variables. These are cost, income tax, debt, and depreciation. We found that cost, income tax, and debt are negatively related to NPV, and depreciation is positively related to NPV. This is because higher costs equal to higher inputs and lower revenues. The same is true for debt. Income taxes are higher equal to us having less income and getting less in the end. Depreciation is the opposite. If depreciation is high, we end up with more and NPV increase accordingly. After that, we performed sensitive tests and used formulas to do calculations and plotted a sensitive analysis for each project. We found that alternative A cost has the largest impact and debt has the smallest impact. For alternative B, the slope of the cost line is the largest and the impact is the largest, and the slope of the debt line is the smallest and the impact is the smallest. Then there is a recommendation, where I would like to introduce the advantages of our original project, such as government policy support, more partners, higher profits because of the process, and less pollution to the environment. In summary, our project's financial outlook is strong. We are also aware of potential risks and robust cash flow management. We expect for continued success of the project. Thank you for your attention.